Hi YouTube, this your girl Kia, and I'm coming at y'all about emotional topic that usually makes me sad, but I just want to share stuff with you guys. I want to share everything with you. I want you to know me and know about me, and maybe this video can inspire someone else that went through it or is going through it right now. So I I'm sorry, y'all. Before I had a miscarriage before. It was hard even getting it out. But yeah, it wasn't that far along when I had it. I found out that I was pregnant, let's say in July of 2013, which was just last summer. Um, so yeah, I found out I was pregnant, and when I found out, I almost had a heart attack. Um, I cried, and the first person that came to mind was my dad, because I knew that he would be pissed off because I am only 20 years old, y'all. And I had just turned 20 years old when I found out about this, and that was in July. Um, so yeah, that's the first person that popped in my mind. I was like, what's my daddy gonna say? He gonna kill me? He gonna be mad at me? My boyfriend, and we've been together for 3 years now. He was the one telling me that I was pregnant. He kept telling me to go get a test. So he just knew. And me, on the other hand, I didn't think I was or whatever. And because I wasn't throwing up, I didn't have morning sickness, anything like that. I wasn't throwing up. I wasn't sick all the time. I was fine. And then I decided to go to, I don't know what made me do it. I guess oh, my breasts, they were really sore. My nipples were really sore. So I decided to go and get a test done, and I went to my local free clinic, and the lady told me that I was pregnant, and she said I was just pregnant because the test was showing up kind of faint. So when I found out, I have all these mixed emotions. I'm ready to cry, and I'm not sure what to do. I'm shaking. And my sister, she actually went with me. So when we get in the car, she's all excited and whatnot. And she's saying, well, if you're not going to get rid of it, because we don't believe in not miscarriages, I'm sorry. I don't believe in getting abortions or whatever. So she already knew I was going to keep it. So she's like, you already know you're going to keep it, so you might as well get excited about, having a baby. So I thought about it, and I took heed to it. I was like, she's right. But I wanted to tell my family. So the first person I called was my aunt. I called my aunt first. I think I called my mom first, but she didn't pick up, but whatever. I called my aunt, and she's like, well, okay. She was all shocked or whatnot. And she was like, well, you have to go, you have to apply for food stamps, you have to get this, you have to prep yourself and prepare, because this is a big change. It's going to be a big change in your life, which I already knew, which is why I was scared. I told my mom, and she was shocked. She was emotional. She was kind of happy. She was kind of disappointed, because she was saying that I was, still young, still in school, and, I'm not established yet. Even though, I don't stay with my parents anymore. I have my own place, me and my boyfriend. But, we're still struggling to take care of ourselves right now, so we're not ready for a plus one. We're not ready for an additional person. We just weren't ready at the time, not at all. So yeah, so I was nervous about that, but as time went on, I told everybody. My dad, he ended up being okay with it. He wasn't mad at me. My brothers, they knew, they found out. Everybody was cool with it, so it made me feel more comfortable. My boyfriend was already cool. He was preparing himself. He's going, preparing himself with the insurance and all this other stuff, just getting prepared for what was about to happen. So I was starting to get really excited. I went to the store. I got my prenatal vitamins. I made my first doctor's appointment. I went to my first doctor's appointment, and it was just so exciting. And just knowing that my body is about to go through all these changes, and I'm gonna have a little me running around, you know. So I started to get excited. Until I started bleeding. I started fighting, and everyone was telling me that I should just calm down, you know, and some people come on their period while they're pregnant, and some people spot, and it could be nothing, just make a doctor's appointment. So that's what I did. I ended up making a doctor's appointment, and they told me that I went to the hospital because my doctor's office was closed. So I went to the hospital, and they just, you know, they ran tests. They couldn't really tell me anything because they told me that their machines weren't equipped for what they needed to do. They needed to look and do an x-ray, look inside my stomach to make sure they see the baby, or, you know. And so they were telling me to not panic. It couldn't be, you know, it may not be a miscarriage. You know, people just get scared when they see blood and they automatically think it's a miscarriage. So they kind of made me feel better. And I went home, and, you know, the blood's still coming, spotting. And what happened? So yeah, I ended up making a doctor's appointment, and they set me up for ultrasound. So when I went in to get my ultrasound, before I got my ultrasound, I was told that I was 6 weeks. I was 6 weeks, and before, when I first found out I was pregnant, I was told that I was 6 weeks. So at this time that I'm going to get my ultrasound, I'm thinking that I'm 8 weeks. I'm supposed to be 8 weeks. So when they do my ultrasound, I'm reading 6 weeks, which scared the hell out of me. So they told me that maybe when I went to the clinic, because they didn't do an ultrasound at the clinic. They just told me based off my last period, you know, when I was pregnant. So they told me that the estimate could have been wrong, and I could have only been, you know, less than 6 weeks, and, you know, like that. So I was hoping that that was true. And then I went in again. They called me back in, and they was doing lab tests and blood work and all of that on me, and they told me that I actually had uploaded ovum, which is why I got a positive pregnancy test. So yeah, I guess I'm not sure. I'm really not really 100% sure of what uploaded ovum is to this day. I just know that they told me my baby, you know, they didn't develop it. You know, my body realized that something was going wrong with the pregnancy, so my body just did what it does naturally and got rid of it, and I had a miscarriage. And you guys, it was, after they told me that, it was the hardest thing I ever had to really deal with. So I just prepared myself for what was about to come, because I knew after that shortly I would be having a miscarriage. So I went home, and my back started to hurt so bad. It was the worst pain I ever felt, and I'm just thankful that my sister was coming over my house at the time, and she came over to be with me because she knew about what was going on. She just wanted to be there to have my back. And I ended up having pain, and she ended up taking me to the hospital, and I had my miscarriage. And my mom and dad, they came to the hospital, and my dad, he was just holding me the whole time, rubbing my back because I was in so much pain. They were giving me shots of morphine, double shots of morphine, and I was still in pain. So anyway, I stayed in the hospital all night until I passed, you know, what was left in my body, all the tissue and the sac and all of that, which was really hard. And I had to do a lot of soul searching. I had to really lay down in bed, and I was really upset when this happened, y'all, and I really had to get myself together and get back on my feet and just realize that, you know, God doesn't make mistakes. He knew what he was doing. He knew that, you know, me and my boyfriend, we wasn't ready for a child at the moment. So I just looked at it as him giving me another chance to get on my feet, to get myself together, and, you know, get my career going, be where I want to be in life before I decide to have a child. Because like I said, I'm only 20 years old. I'm still learning how to take care of myself, y'all. I'm not ready to take care of another, you know, a little me. I didn't have to take care of myself. So yeah. So that's my story, and I hope that you guys can relate to it, and I hope that I inspired someone. Just when this happens, you guys, just really take a deep breath and take it one step at a time, and you know, just realize that God, He doesn't make mistakes, and everything happens for a reason. So that's my message to you guys. So bye.